He replies.
Hello?
Hey, Daniel. It's Joe Pickett calling.
Oh, Joseph, did you get my voicemail?
Yes, I did. We played it like 5 times. We couldn't believe that we got in touch with you. I'm here with Tim and George and McKenna, and we're having our SongerThon right now. We have watched every one of your videos. We just watched the even ones today. Last Friday the 13th, we watched all the odd ones. So now we're in the home stretch. I'm so glad we got to actually talk to you.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. I actually added you in my comedy act on the voicemail I sent to you.
Yes, I mean that was like a Make-A-Wish Foundation kind of thing. That was a big deal because we were saying that a huge goal of ours would be to actually have you come out of retirement from comedy and to do a comedy act for us, and you did, unprompted. You just gave us that, so we appreciate that.
Oh, thank you, brother. I was just thinking of you just now. So yeah, I'd be happy to do an interview.
Yeah.
But yeah, Matt, my friend, I just have to tell you, I tried to give the world joy, and I made it to like Comedy Act 100, and I was like, I wanted to retire then, pal.
I remember you saying that. Yeah, I remember you retired a few times.
And so because of the people, I made it to 200.
What made you want to retire at 100? What made you want to retire?
It's not a good question. Just the comments.
Oh, yeah.
When I went out to
the internet can be cruel.
Pardon me?
I was going to say the internet can be cruel.
Yeah. When I made it out to Comedy Central, yeah, they had asked me, about how the comments, because a lot of their comedians would go up there and they would say that the cruelty of it. And it wasn't about that. I just told them that if these people didn't like you, they just wouldn't watch you.
Right.
Yeah. It wasn't, that's what I was telling you.
Yeah.
But
this is Tim here.
Hi, Daniel. This is Tim. I've been a fan for years. And, the fan base here at the Found Footage Festival is about a 50-50 split between people who really like your stuff and the other people who say, yeah, it's not my cup of tea, but they're polite about it.
Oh, you there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm different, man.
Exactly.
It wasn't about that, brothers. It was the fact that I just wanted to try to get people happiness, my friend.
Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at the comments right now. People are saying, we love you, Daniel. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you. Have you thought about coming out of retirement again? Or is this it? I mean, I don't think you put anything up since when? 2019?
Well, yeah. I rang the bell in Hollywood in 2021 when I did my last show. It was called The Greatest Comedy Act Alive. It was one of my greatest shows, that I did. And they actually doing that, my friends, they wanted me to come back.
Oh, great. Okay.
And I was going to do it, but then the COVID hit.
Oh, right.
And then everything got canceled. So the answer to that question is, and I really, really appreciate y'all, was that, that was it. I retired, my friend.
Okay.
It was done. And, the bad thing about all this is the comments that I received, that people just didn't appreciate the camera of my video, and it was a problem for me.
Yeah.
That when they didn't like it. I mean, I remember back in the days that, because I really love y'all, and I remember this is the most important thing, was that I didn't do my show just for audio and video. My shows were for people that were hearing impaired. And so
Really?
I used the, go ahead, buddy.
Oh, you really is that why you're talking so loud? Or is that what you meant by that?
Oh, sorry, brother.
Your show's okay.
Well, it's a good question, but no, it was more for body language. And
Okay.
when I perform my acts, I utilize all these body language, my friends, that people that were hearing impaired, they would get entertainment through my body language.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that cool?
Very cool. They don't necessarily need to know what you're saying. They can read your body and know what you're saying.
Absolutely, my friend.
Okay.
And that's why I got everyone that if they couldn't understand what I was saying, they got it out of my body language, my friends.
Okay. Wow. Hey, one of our favorite parts of the day today was around 1:50, where all of a sudden you appeared at an outdoor festival and you were dancing to some bands. And we had seen you when you would do the comedy acts. Were you at your house when we'd see you on the deck? We'd see you on the lawn. Was that your old house that you would perform at for the different stages?
Yeah, I created all that, my friend. This magnificent stage. But I had several talents. I loved to dance, and I would, go out and do stuff like that. And that one you asked was that I actually took my camera out, tripod and everything, and filmed myself.
Yeah.
Dancing at these events. I've done so many events. Even radio stations, they put me as a mascot.
Really?
Oh, I've done so much entertainment on this planet.
It almost felt like people at the outdoor rock show knew who you were. Like they were just. I think one of the band members was using your name in the song too, so people know you as like Dan the Poet Man around town.
Very observant, and I've been on stage with them.
Yes.
Many times. I would go on stage and I would sing with them, and of course dance. And I mean, can't name any bands, but many bands have invited me on stage with them. It's been. I've had a really great time in my life on, performing, dancing, singing. As you know, that when I retired, I wrote another book. I have a fourth book.
Was that the Jesus
Beyond the Mind?
Beyond the Mind? Oh yeah, Beyond the Mind, right?
Beyond the Mind.
Yes,
Very
that's right.
good, guys. And that one, I just really didn't want to retire, my friends. I wanted to be productive in life. And so in that book, I did everything. Great comedy acts that you guys know of, poetry,
slogans,
songs, and stories. I had written in my retirement, I had written 21 screenplays that would be like great movies, my friends.
Well, we were talking about your ambition. I mean, not only did you do 270 of these comedy acts, but you also 3 or 4 books, and
my brothers.
It's just, how do you find the time? Is that your full-time job? Comedy writing, is that your full-time job?
No. Sometimes you gotta help your family, my friends.
Yeah,
of
course.
And I had been running a company for 20 years. Plus doing my hobbies that you know of.
Yeah.
And I realized my mom needed me, pals. So that's why I said, that's it. And so that was in 2013 when I retired and tried to help my mom. So I bought a home here in Florida to help her. And Comedy Central called me.
Wow. At the same time? At around the same time?
Pardon me?
At around the same time? Like you moved?
Well, that was like at the end of 2012.
Okay.
Comedy Central called me and they said they found me on Comedy Central, or excuse me, on YouTube. Forgive me. And they invited me out there. And when I went out there, I did a show with Daniel Tosh, and then he gave me my own show. They sent me over to a performing arts center, and that was a great show, brothers.
So you had to actually perform for a live audience after that?
Well, it was a 5,000 seat venue, but there was nobody there.
Oh.
That made it really hilarious that I'm performing for no audience, but that's the way it is, pal.
How is it? We were wondering how you create these. Like, do you write an outline and then go try to remember the outline? Or do you actually write these all out, like all the jokes out and everything? Or do you 100% just freestyle these and just make them up as you go along?
Yeah, it's a good question. It was, like how I explained it in my books, that you write a summary and you write, on how, to get you interested.
Yeah.
So I learned that from, believe it or not, you guys don't even know this, but I had written a lot of songs. And so I realized that when you write a song, you have to get people interested in that song by the first sentence and then keep them going along. So that's what I applied to my comedy, that you got to come up with a really great title.
Yeah.
And so like how I got invited on the Comedy Central was the title of the comedy act was the greatest comedy act of all time. And so guess what?
206.
It had to be the greatest comedy act
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah.
If you're going to title it, it had to be like that. And then the one I wrote in 2021 was called The Greatest Comedy Act Alive. And brothers, wait till you get to that one.
Oh, yeah?
That was just, oh my God. I knew that would just ring bells in Hollywood, where they would say, okay, Daniel, we want you back here in Hollywood. And they did.
Wow.
They said, we want you back out here. And that was the answer to your question was that you had to write things that would make, just create that, what would you say? The
provocative.
Pardon me?
Provocative? Is that the word you were looking for? You had to make something provocative.
They wanted to hear more. And so the Greatest Comedy Live, that's actually what happened, was that people wanted to hear more. And it was just, that was what it was. And I, like, repeating myself, it was the songwriting career.
Right.
I did it all. The poetry, the songwriting. Oh my God, I probably got 15 albums as a songwriter. But when you go to meet these people in the music industry, and setting up recording time, I transferred. From that point, I transferred over to doing comedy.
Yeah.
Because it was rough.
The music industry, that's cutthroat, But with the comedy, would you rehearse it first and then turn on the camera and jump in front? Or would you just turn on the camera and go see what came out of your mouth?
A lot of times, and thank you for that question, a lot of the times, I would do what you said, on performing the show, and then I would do it again.
Yeah.
And every single time when I would reproduce it, it would always be better. That, and then when I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I did it again, would it reproduce? There was one, can I share with you?
Yeah.
All right. There was one that I did, and YouTube would never allow it in their system. Okay. It was called Gay Phobia Slap That Ass.
Oh boy.
And,
you're familiar with this one? Oh yeah. We've seen this one. Yeah. Tim's familiar with this one. You did put this on YouTube, right?
Yeah. Well, I met all of their guidelines until I decided to change my show where I wanted to just tell people about the stories I was writing.
Right.
You know, and then they changed everything where you had to have so many thousands of views, and you know, they changed everything, and I didn't mean it anymore. So
Right.
it kind of took me out, my bro.
Yeah.
If I would have stayed with comedy, then I would have been okay. But
Right.
it was just me. It was just me. I loved the stories I was writing, and you know, I just.
Are you still writing? You still writing books? Are you still like what?
Well,
yeah. What?
You know, it's a good question, pal. The thing about it is that this doesn't leave you, bro.
Yeah, I feel like there's no off switch with you either. You know.
Yeah, it doesn't leave you, and so I went on to even better material.
Excellent.
But you know what? I just said no.
Yeah.
So that was it. I didn't write it anymore. And
Okay.
I'm so sorry to your fans.
Oh no. I mean, there's plenty of you out there right now already archived. That there's a lot of stuff. You have a lot of stuff out there. And so we're all just catching up right now. I want to ask you about the dancing though. Like, are you're doing moves that I've never actually seen before, you know? And it seems like signature moves by yourself, you know? And it's we've been trying to reenact them today, and it's like it's hard on the body. You're moving every single limb at once. You're gyrating, you're spinning. It's tough. Where did your dance come from?
Now tell the truth. All right, guys. Hey, you know, people out there, guys, we gotta try to be healthy. All right, you know, I tell you, like, really.
You guys know about the turnaround?
Oh yeah, we know.
Yeah, let's all do the turnaround.
You know,
Okay. Well, that blew up on the planet, and all the college kids were doing that dance in between classes.
Oh.
Oh my God! You guys don't have no idea who you're talking to.
Is this that was your original song?
And I mean, all right, to give you some emphasis on that. So I was born in a family of 5 kids.
Yep.
And I have 4 sisters. And so as I grew up as a kid, we all danced in the living room. And I love dancing. And so as I grew to be a man, then I went to all these concerts. I was telling you earlier that I get invited on stage because of my unique dancing, like you said.
Right.
But I don't want to boast, but brothers and sisters, I'm like one of the greatest dancers on the planet. So I'm just so sorry to tell you that.
I agree.
Go ahead, buddy.
I agree. I mean, those your dances really they stick with you, you know, and they're really hard to do. So yeah, and they're one of a kind. I've never seen anybody else do those dances before.
Well, I created dances.
Yeah.
You know, the turnaround, and I created the touchdown dance.
Do you remember the touchdown dance?
I'm not sure I do.
No, I don't remember the touchdown dance. Have you done that on video?
Go ahead.
Have you done that on video?
Yeah. And so throughout the years, my friends, the people here probably in our nation have stole so many ideas from me and so many dances, but I don't care. All I want to do is give joy to the people.
I was going to say, you seem like a giving person, and it seems like that wouldn't bother you, the fact that people stole it. I mean, I don't feel like people are capitalizing it and getting rich off of it. They're doing it out of enjoyment.
Well, it's like I said, it didn't matter to me, my friends.
Yeah.
You know, if they want to take that, can I give you an example?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. It was the WWDD. Did you guys ever hear of that one?
WWDD.
What would Daniel do?
Oh, what would Daniel do?
Yep.
Ah.
Your brother is so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they stole that one from me. Because you know what it comes down to, really, what would Daniel do in a position that they were in?
Yeah. Ah, okay. With the dance, right? In that particular part in the dance, what would Daniel do?
Anything in
Yeah.
life. You know, anything in life. What would Daniel do?
That's
You know,
hilarious.
It's hilarious,
Yes.
my friend. Hey, did you guys hear about I had said, about how I got invited to a party, and I went in and there was a portrait of Joseph and Daniel Songer.
I heard about that. Yeah.
You heard, I sent that to you guys, and of course it ended up being a mirror.
It ended up being a mirror. Yes. I love that part. That was vintage Songer there. Daniel, we gotta go. We're nearing the end of the Songerthon tonight here, and I'm so glad we got to talk to you at the end of the night. Any last questions for Daniel? George, did you have anything?
Can we have him on for? Does he do Zoom?
Yeah, can we get you on like a video interview for like our regular Tuesday night show? We've been showing your videos for so long. We've been big fans. I'm sure people would love to hear from you and get caught up.
I know. I can't do that.
No?
All I can tell you is that I'm very appreciative of y'all. And I came here to help my mom in conclusion. And then all of a sudden I got shot out to Los Angeles, California. Okay.
Yeah.
To do a show.
Right.
And it's just that I just had to make a decision, man, and I just stopped it all. But I knew. Can I tell you this?
Yeah.
I knew in my heart and in my soul that these shows that I did, it's actually like 280 shows I did would come out upon the planet, and this time right now that we're in on this world, I really appreciate you guys. If you can put this out, because these people need us.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, your comedy resonates with people, and we were talking has anybody done what Daniel Songer has done? And we were trying to think of somebody else, and there's this guy, I don't know, the Cludes guy. But he hasn't done nearly as many. I feel like you are just one of a kind. And so we love what you do, and we love you, Daniel. So thank you. Thank you so much for what you've contributed.
Well, I'm different from all those people. I never had anything about financial things here, my friends.
Right.
It was just trying to help people and make them happy.
Yeah.
And then as the decades turn, excuse me, my friends.
Yep.
With the decades have turned, it's like now is the time for you to introduce Daniel Songer to all the people of the world,
sure.
Not just this nation.
Yeah.
And say, okay, all right, here we've got all these topics out there about how everything is going today. So now you say, well, here's Daniel.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can intercept with your mind and try to give you joy in this world to move on.
I love it.
That's the way I see it.
I love it. Yeah, well, I was going to ask one more question, then we'll let you go. But with the mirror thing, when so you said that there's a portrait of you and I, and then you look closer and it was a mirror. That means that you and I were actually in the room looking at what we thought was a portrait, but it was you and I looking at the mirror. Am I getting that right?
Yeah, it's a comedy act I did a long time ago, I just do things, to be honestly, that are really, really different.
Yes.
It's stupid comedy, but it's just me, my friends. So
I love it.
I wanted to add you
Yeah.
into this. And
I'm honored that I got to be in a Daniel Songer comedy act, that my name actually got you. That's huge. Yeah.
Thank goodness for you, Joe.
Yes.
It's
I appreciate
you
that.
and
Thank you.
We enter into the party, and we look at their wall, and they have a portrait of you and I. But it turns out it was a mirror. And it was just you and I looking in the reflection of it.
I mean,
right?
Yes.
You know,
That's
it was awesome.
It's
To
not
me,
only
I
a
think
joke.
That's really very humorous.
I think so too. It's not only a joke, but I think it's philosophical too. So,
well, it's the time.
Mm-hmm.
The time that, because you had called me and said, Dan, we're going into a party.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to be there with you in the party. And we go into the party, and oh my God, they got a portrait of Joe and Daniel.
Yep.
But it was actually a mirror.
It's just a mirror. I love it. Daniel, you're the best.
Funny.
Don't ever change, Daniel.
In conclusion, can I conclude?
Yeah. Conclude, yeah.
Because, I really appreciate your time. So I had a company that I was running. I was a security contractor. I tried to protect people, do fire protection and intrusion. And I just had a hobby, my brothers and sisters, that I like to try to make people happy. And so, man, I was putting out like 5 shows a week to tell you guys this. I mean, that's why I have so many shows.
Would you shoot like all 5 in one day, or would you space them out throughout the week?
Yeah, throughout the week, like 5 shows a week. And that's why I got so many of them. And I just kept going with that. Plus writing poetry and songs, my friend. I did all of it. I was really very conscious of all that. I'm trying to entertain the world. And so it incremented and incremented and incremented. And I mean, I hate to go back to the fact about the comments. There's a lot of nasty people.
I never look at them. To be honest, I never look at them. I have somebody else look at them and tell me the positive stuff. That's all I want to hear. Yeah.
So I didn't want that. I'm just a human being, brothers and sisters, out there. And but no, they wouldn't let me retire, brothers. I'm sorry. But you know what? Whatever, I have to surrender. And I kept going 100, 200, 280. And then people were complaining about my camera.
Oh.
Okay, I hate to do this to you. Got that. And do you guys remember the frog?
The frog. Was it a comedy act?
I've done so many shows, okay? And somehow my camera, there was a show I wrote called The Frog. And somehow my camera was like, you couldn't see anything except for the frog.
No way. Oh, we got to find that one. It's one of the comedy acts. Do you remember which number?
Yeah, it's a comedy act I did. And it was about a girl that I had met that she said that this guy wanted to jump her. And I knew exactly what that meant.
Okay. It was a frog.
Like, the girl this guy wanted to have sex with her.
Yeah.
And I knew exactly what it meant. So I put that in my comedy show about the frog who wanted to jump her.
Okay.
But anyway, somehow my camera had gotten all washed out, and the only thing you could see was the frog. It's just really hilarious.
I mean,
so you got that one, and you got the one I told you about of the gay phobia, slap that ass.
Right.
And so I had in that show, I went ahead and repeated it. On the gay phobia, slap that ass. I was going to tell you.
Right.
That, but the beating I was taking, brothers, the beating I was taking to my butt, I was so hurt from the first show.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, that I couldn't even do the second show because I was hurting so bad.
Oh man. Oh
From
man.
that beating of my ass, because it was gay phobia, slap that ass.
Oh, right.
And oh my God, my brothers, I was slapping my ass on the second one where I was like, okay, this is it. This is it. This is the only. This is what the first one went through.
Yeah.
But it was really good because I had a yellow ribbon around my belly. Remember with that song?
I remember that one.
A yellow ribbon around the old oak tree.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I'm probably being really bad. I'm sorry, my friends.
No, this is fun. This is fun. Yeah. All right. Do any Melinda's have any questions? Or are there any questions in the chat for Daniel before we
They're just amazed.
let him enjoy?
Yeah.
Hey, this has got to be one of the most memorable Friday the 13th of my life, Daniel. This is easily up there. What are some of the questions, George?
They're just amazed.
Oh, they're just amazed that we actually got a hold of you. Yeah. Yeah. Well, all right. Well,
I take these opportunities, my friend. So all I can tell you is that I really wanted to continue on this road.
I think you still can. I think you still got it in you. I mean, I'm just talking to you right now, and I can hear it in your voice. I think you still have the passion for it.
Oh, here we go. Some questions. Who are your influences, comedy-wise?
Who are some of your influences, comedy-wise? Somebody just asked.
Well, that it was like the same question as who are your poets? You know, and I traveled down this road by myself. I didn't want any influence from any of those people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm telling you guys. So I did my poetry the way I wanted to do it. And my comedy, same thing.
Yeah.
You know, and when I got to the end of the road, I kind of like, guys, I went out on the end.
Yeah.
By my fourth book. The thing about it is the fourth book I wrote is one of the greatest books ever written. It has, guys, I'm telling you, it has everything in everything I did in my life. It has all the poetry in it, the comedy, songs, and all my screenplays.
Wow. Yeah.
I wrote some great,
one book.
Great stories.
Hey,
go ahead, buddy.
All in one book. It's impressive. Hey, somebody was asking, you left me such a great voicemail message. Somebody was asking, are you familiar with the service Cameo, where you can like hire, I don't know, who's an example? Tom Selleck for $50. He'll give you a phone call where he'll record it and he'll say, hi, how you doing? Would you ever do that? Would you ever do some sort of a Cameo service where you would say hi to like somebody who's having a birthday for like $50 or something? Yeah, they pay you like $50.
Yeah, I know. I've been down all that road.
Yeah.
So the answer to your question is that it's just me, my friend. I perform for the people of the world, and I deliver all the greatest I can possibly do with no expectations.
Right.
Now, this is what you would perceive.
Yeah.
It's never been like that. All I wanted was recognition for that. And I did all these shows, but I have to tell you this one thing.
Okay.
That when I wrote all of this, I knew that I was 40 years ahead of the people here on this planet.
Interesting.
And right now, I'm at maybe 20 to 30 years
ahead.
right now.
Okay.
And I got like maybe 10 to 20 more years, and then people will catch up with me.
Right.
And because of you guys, they're going to say, wait a minute, this is different.
Yeah.
From
One of a
everything
kind.
that's been going.
Yep.
Go ahead, buddy.
One of a kind. One of a kind. Not like anybody else out there. Yeah.
And I did it for 15 years.
Yeah.
And now it's coming out.
Oh, man.
And you guys are not like, you guys are the first. Now, there was 3 people that did the same thing that you guys are doing for me.
Yeah.
And they were like, their project was to try to get like 10 grand and they did my shows. They, just recited everything. And as soon as they made 10 grand, they cut it off. They cut the whole show off.
Oh.
But I never seen a penny of that, pal. So.
Oh, really? Oh, I wonder what that was. I've never heard of it.
It was a show that they recited my shows that they did, and it didn't matter to me.
All I know is that people would love to get a message from you, and I'm sure they would pay you to get a video message from you. And I don't know. We have the infrastructure to set something up like that. But let's talk later. Let's talk. Do you have an email? Can we email?
No.
Okay.
But can I leave you with another message?
Yeah. Yeah, do it.
All right. So, you know that TikTok?
Right.
All right. So somebody had gone onto that TikTok and put my videos on there.
Oh, no.
And it was like, I can't remember now. It was millions and millions of views. And so, as you know, that system, they do like apples and oranges and stuff like that, for money.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God, dude. Somebody stole all my comedy acts, put them on that TikTok, and made millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Oh, no.
I am not kidding you.
Oh, my God. You got to put it up there.
Pardon me?
You got to put it up there. You got to put up all your comedy acts on TikTok. You got to reap the benefits from that.
It doesn't matter to me. I would tell that to all of your family out there. It never mattered to me about financial.
Right.
It only matters about recognition. And you guys are helping me to do that. So yeah. I thank you.
Thank you, Daniel. It's been great talking to you. And I'm glad that I've
you, pal.
Yes. So let's keep in touch then. I have your number, and I won't bug you all the time, but sometimes if we have a question for you about one of the the comedy acts, maybe we'll drop you a line.
Yeah, wait till you guys get to the 5 Fs.
5 Fs? Oh, the 5 Fs. Oh yeah. We saw that one. Oh boy, that's one of your raunchiest ones of all.
I did.
You really pushed the boundaries on that one. Yeah.
And I apologize to you guys. But,
no, don't apologize for your comedy. Never.
There's a lot of raunchy ones, but then there was, what happened to me, guys, was that, in the beginning, people started thinking maybe I was gay. And I had to change my shows because I'm not gay.
Right.
But I, it went on to really, really, really great shows.
Yeah.
And I did them.
Yeah.
I'm like, they used to call me an internet sensation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see it. All right. Well, all the Melindas are saying hi. They love that you're here. And Hector said they love you in Spain too. So, we all wish you well. George wishes you well. McKenna wishes you well. And Tim wishes you well. And I wish you well. Thank you so much for all the entertainment you've provided over the years, Daniel.
Yeah. Well, I apologize to all of the people out there on your system. That was it, guys. I'm 63 years old.
Yeah, right. Well, you did a
Okay.
lot. You did a lot, and we thank you, Daniel. And we'll be in touch for sure.
All right. Well, I'm sorry. I tried to go on, but when you got total ridiculism
Yeah, no, I get it.
of these people, that was it. I tried to quit at 100, then at 200, and then they started complaining about my camera.
Yeah.
It's the truth. I just have to give you the truth.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. All right,
So,
great talking to you. I will be in touch one of these days, but thank you so much, Daniel, and I'll talk to you soon.
I hope I wasn't too obnoxious.
No, not at all.
No.
Not even close.
So sorry.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
I maybe I can go out to LA and do another show.
Yeah,
Yeah. They wanted me to do more shows with them. So
that could be
maybe
cool.
I'll do that. But with your influence, hey, dude, I'm telling you that.
Well,
I'm gonna probably be on a lot more shows.
That's good to know. All right, and you're willing to travel, and you have. It sounds like you have material to share.
Well, from your kindness, that's all I can tell you.
Cool. All right. Thank you so much, Daniel. We're wrapping up over here, so I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much.
All right.
All right.
You do okay.
You did great. You nailed it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Daniel. Talk to you soon.
Okay. All right,
All right,
brother.
bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Bye. We did it.
Amazing.
We did it. We talked to Daniel Songer. What?
We're getting everybody on.
Yeah.
Whew.
This incredible moment.
Oh.
No, I'll be right back
Wait. What?
in a second.
Yes.
This is the last video, by the way.
This is the last video.
I
We're
think
on the
it's
last video. Oh, and then
greatest
McKenna, you
comedy
still have
act
to do your song and
alive.
dance, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, we have 6 minutes. Wow. That was did I ask
That was a
did I
head
ask the right
rush.
questions? I didn't know how to okay.
No, it's great.
I know I'm gonna be laying in bed tonight. I'm gonna be like, oh, I didn't ask him about this. I didn't ask him about that.
No, so good.
Okay.
You couldn't encapsulate all that you wanted to ask in one conversation.
Yeah, it
but
would be
I think
impossible.
people were amazed and shocked, and they like, it's like the first. It's like if you met an alien,
Yeah.
an alien landed, you wouldn't necessarily have all your
Right.
Yeah, mostly it's shock, and that's okay.
Yeah.
So-
At towards the end, I thought he was doing a bit with me to try and keep me on the phone.
Yeah.
You know,
It
Like,
was there were a lot of things. I guess as an observer, I'll say there were at least 5 times where I thought it was going to go into
I know.
it was cringe comedy. It was about to fall off of a fence into like a yard I didn't even know existed. Like really interesting to see his take on things versus how we experience them.
Yeah.
And like it's just he reminded me of in a way like Daniel Johnston.
Yeah.
Yeah, that like his relationship with music is like Daniel Songer's with comedy. Like it's just this amazing thing. I can't believe I was here for we contacted him. This happened all in one day. This is the craziest SongerThon
I mean,
ever.
I thought we
of the
reached
two.
the peak with the phone call or with the voicemail message.
Yeah, that
And then-
would have been enough that we would have been talking about it for a year.
And
I don't
was
even know
losing
where
energy.
to do.
Like 2 hours ago, I was losing energy, and I was like, "Well, we got that high point, and let's just kind of fizzle out on this."
Right now, you're never going to sleep again.
No,
But let me just say, everybody, just throw those tips in so we
Yes.
can get them to the Atlanta Women's Foundation.
Exactly. Let's try to be what we had last year. Last year, I think we donated 2,200, and now we're at about I think roughly 2,000.
Well,
So,
another like 1,500 came in while you were on the phone.
Oh, really?
So
$1,500.
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
sorry.
$150.
150. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay.
I wish it was.
Yeah.
I take back
Excellent.
my wow.
All right, we're on the cusp.
And we've got sparkling cider.
Okay, we've
to
got
celebrate
sparkling cider.
a
Yes.
successful
Thank you.
Songerthon.
Yes, the most successful. We're going out with a bang here.
Oh,
yes,
are we ever?
yes.
Clean.
Cheers.
Can you get in there to sit? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So that because I've got the 3
Give, this
shots.
to,
set up.
give that to George.
Oh yeah, you take
Oh,
this one.
thank you.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is the last one. I feel like we should
yeah.
watch it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Volume up.
Yeah.
You're always on my mind.
Cheers. Cheers.
End
George.
of statement. That's all you can do. You just sit there and listen. Okay, when can I talk? All right. End of statement. Hey, I want to tell you guys, this is every man's greatest dream. To meet the angel of his dreams. And the next day, you say, I hope I wasn't too obnoxious.
He said that to me.
And then you find a note in your pocket. And it says, yes, I'm the angel of your dreams, but you're too obnoxious. Okay. So
He's probably been told that all his life,
I'm
don't you think?
obnoxious. And then it says, keep dreaming. So I'm obnoxious. So I'm going to dream, 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 dream. That's all I can do, guys. But dream of the angel in your heart. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. Hey, you know what, guys? Corporations want you to believe the name of monies is Buck and Bill.
I want
That's
to.
correct.
I want to
Buck
unpack the interview a
Bill.
little bit here.
Yeah.
But
What
I
they
kind of
don't
want. Do you want
want
to
you
hear
to
this
know is
bit,
the
or
new
do you want
name.
to?
Steve.
Can't be that much longer.
Did I
Okay.
just
Would you? Are you
got
saying do you want to pause it
Steve?
and then?
I don't want to do
Oh
any
my
pausing
God.
Okay.
at all.
Well,
I'm
you know
trying to
what?
avoid the
Most
pause button.
simply,
But-
you would think rock.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty simple. Rock. You know? Did I just get Steve?
Wait. Also, don't you owe
These
Batman
people are
cereal
Stevie.
and
I do.
They're
Yeah, I have the Batman.
Stevie.
yeah.
Corporation.
Oh, and mechanic, the mic's there.
Oh.
Thank you.
They're Steving.
Thank you.
Okay. Yep, you just got Steve. Okay. You know,
But
we
when
gotta
I
eat
asked him
food
about how he
to
did his
stay
comedy,
we
it was
gotta
kind of a
drink
weird
water
answer. I
to
didn't
stay
totally
alive.
know. Are we putting that in your
But
drink?
within that are
Oh my
so
God.
many chemicals. And you know, we
Oh.
have been
Oh,
eating
McKenna
a
is
lot
drinking
of
back.
food.
Oh,
That's not.
And one
Yeah.
chemical
Oh, that just-
mixes
But
with
thank you for
another
doing that.
chemical.
thank you.
Yes.
That's the
And
donation.
Okay.
you're like, I'm affectuous.
Oh, I'm gay. Oh.
But
How bad-
I'm not
You put a lot in there.
Yeah, you know, I
Chemical adaptation.
I talked really big. I thought I needed to
Yeah.
fill it. Oh yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's so gross.
How's
Okay.
it? I mean, it dissolves strangely, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, so I kind of got to move fast on it because
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna get worse.
Okay.
All right, see you guys soon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice knowing you.
man, all I can say is.
So how did it feel? I mean, I've seen you. You're good at interviews. I think in general. I've seen you at Mahoning Drive-In. I've seen you like just on the fly have to interview somebody,
Yeah.
and you're good at it.
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
You're
I'm
able-
genuinely interested. I want to know.
Yes,
Yeah.
you meet people where they are. You don't talk down to them, and you're not like excessively obsequious.
Yeah.
So how did it feel where you were? Were you anxious? Were you happy? Were you exhausted? It didn't matter. You know, were you so tired that
It was pretty easy for most of it because I already had all these questions ready to go, and I wondered how he did his comedy, wondered about the dancing, stuff like that.
okay?
That's it.
SongerThon!
Look at beautiful, relaxing music.
Oh,
Did you do that, George?
I did not intentionally do that. I'm going to gotta
Look what
figure out how to-
YouTube put up. Did YouTube do this? Did they like
yeah.
you gonna
Yes.
use this?
Should we, I guess do we leave this up or what might the music have us take it down?
It might get it taken
All right,
down
I'm just
unless
gonna
it says
pause
copyright.
on this.
Okay. All right. Well, what time is it? What's the official time of the
Midnight.
end of
It's
summer?
exactly midnight.
It's a midnight.
It's
Okay.
a Dodge.
11
Thir-
hours.
That's great.
No.
13.
13
hours,
hours on
yes.
Friday the 13th.
Oh my God. And it stopped at
Oh.
midnight.
Yeah.
Oh,
And we talked to Songer
We talked
right
to
before it
Songer.
struck midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not magic?
Oh.
That is magic.
and Nick slept through the whole thing.
yeah. Nick has no idea that it
It'd be
happened.
funny to not tell Nick
Let's
about
not-
this until Tuesday when you bring the tape.
That's so
Yeah. Let's not tell Nick at all. Although I'm on a flight with him tomorrow. It's gonna be hard.
But
not to,
yeah,
but-
but,
Oh, yeah.
make small talk about other stuff.
yeah.
You just be on the phone with Songer the whole time.
Yeah, well, it seemed like I couldn't get off the phone with him towards the end.
Yeah,
It seemed like
it.
once he was on, he wanted to keep talking.
Oh,
He
he's
had
been
lots to
waiting for
say.
this call for a long time.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
can appreciate that.
right.
I think there are a lot of frustrated creatives, including myself, who have been waiting years for somebody to call and say, "Hey, there's a bunch of us sitting around enjoying what you did years ago."
Yes.
Yeah.
You
It's a
know?
good feeling for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what he had. And he didn't want to get off the phone, but
Right, because it was a magic moment, and he would. I'm sure he would like that feeling to last forever.
Yeah, I looked up at the phone and it was like we've been on the phone for 45 minutes now, and it was like it flew by, and I was like, okay, it's time to wrap it up. I feel like, yeah. But I think the big questions were answered there, right?
Yeah.
The security company that he owned he made all the decks himself, like that was his place.
And he's at peace with where he is now, I think, in his life.
Yeah.
He did what he did. You certainly gave him no shortage of opportunities to jump back in the arena in whatever small way that the Found Footage Festival can offer.
Yeah.
But I think it was really interesting to see his worldview, just to get
Absolutely.
it. I think it was fascinating, and I would have never in my life guessed any of that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim, you've known Songer the longest of us.
I guess so.
So what's you tell?
I'm glad someone said out loud that he's probably one of the greatest dancers in the world. It was just time to hear that. We've been dancing around it. But he went right to.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. And then somebody made millions of dollars off of his stuff on TikTok.
His TikTok videos have generated millions of dollars.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm out of breath.
Yeah.
I'm. Yeah.
How do
I'd
we
hop on a plane.
I'm not sure how to wrap this up, but I could do an inspirational reading from Beyond the Brain.
Well, let me just say,
mind.
Beyond the Mind.
Let me just say that you three are the real heroes here. You guys did this whole thing, 13 straight hours.
Yes, we did it.
Congratulations.
Yes, we did it.
Tim, Joe,
yes.
McKenna.
Yes, we did it.
And
Teamwork.
Yes.
Teamwork.
Well done.
And it's something that I think everybody who's still in the comments, things are still coming in. People have a lot to say. No one will forget this night.
Yes.
No.
It's a memorable one. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, you're gonna end with
if we gotta pull the plug, I guess I'll end with some wisdom from Beyond the Mind.
Okay. Let me zoom in on you. Let me get a dramatic shot here. All right. Okay, hold on. Here we go. All right.
As Daniel Songer himself writes in his latest book, and one of the greatest books ever written, the man is putting it on, seen the alpha and shot through the omega decades ago. Commitment of excellence leads you to the maximum influence of being the best.
All right. We needed that. All right. Are we cutting it off? That it?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
All right.
Let's close it up. All right. Thank you, Melindas.
Thank you.
That's all. That's it. Thank you so much. Holy shit, we talked to Songer. What a way to end it. Nice work, everybody. Yes. There we go. All right. There we go.
What are we ending stream?
Ending stream. All right.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.